Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where we go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it with some comic book news. James Tynion has decided to leave Batman and the Joker. So Batman, his last issue should be like in November, probably the wrap-up of Fear State. His last issue of Joker will be in April of next year. He's still doing Nice House on the Lake and other things like that, but he wants to focus more on creator-owned material. And then he announced his jump over to Substack. So I haven't really talked about Substack much here on the channel. Nick Spencer joined them a few months ago, and he was supposed to be bringing people into it. What is Substack? Substack is like a subscription service for newsletters. So basically, a personality, like a writer or something like a James Tynion, right? You subscribe to his page for $7 a month. You get his newsletter. But what they're doing with the comic book side is you're not just getting newsletters, you're getting original material that will belong 100% to the creators. And they're also getting grants. So James Tynion has been pulled over, and a lot more creators will be getting to that. But the benefits of the James Tynion Substack are going to be pretty much immediate because he says in September he's launching a book called The Blue Book. This is with Michael Avon Oeming, that on the artwork, lettering by Aditya Bidikar. This is going to be a UFO-centric book. Well, that's how they're going to get me interested in checking out James Tynion's Substack 100% for sure. But anyway, while he was researching UFOs for Department of Truth, James Tynion kind of went down into the hole, as one does, and wanted to diverge all of that into like its own book. So the Blue Book, that starts in September, and that's pretty interesting. The other big news was that Jonathan Hickman jumped over, and he's launching this concept called 3 Worlds and 3 Moons. So this is the new Jonathan Hickman project. You're going to see how it develops, and it's kind of like a jam band concept album type thing because he's joined by Mike Del Mundo and Mike Huddleston, artists, fantastic. They work really well with what Hickman likes to do. And he's also joined by Tini Howard, Al Ewing, and Ram V. They're joining in. It's kind of like a jam session. They're creating this world, and they're all building and fleshing it out together. They all have their own responsibilities, like Tini Howard's on the magic system, Al Ewing's on the religious system, I think Ram V's on the monetary system. I don't know. You know how Hickman likes to build up these worlds. We actually get to see a little bit more into that process as it develops as a free-flowing, loose form, jazzy type thing or something. I'm really, really interested for that. The most interesting thing, though, is that Hickman's Substack is $8 a month. It's $1 more than the James Tynion. Chip Zdarsky's going over Substack too. He's going to be doing a book called Public Domain, as well as a sequel to Kaptaka, which I haven't seen, but the first volume of that was over at Image. We also got Scotty Young jumping over there, and he's going to bring back I Hate Fairyland, which was an Image Comics by Scotty, over to Substack. And then you got Scott Snyder joining as well, and he's going to be delivering comic book writing classes for $7 a month. So that's right. That's a lot of people. There are probably even more names that we're going to get. We'll be talking a lot more about the Substack stuff, my thoughts on each of these individuals joining up with Substack. Some of the others, I know we got Salad and Ahmed, for instance, and there's sure to be more announcements. But join us tonight on Rockin Robbie Live. We're going to discuss a whole lot more about the Substack stuff. Justice League Incarnate is a 5-issue miniseries starting from DC Comics in November, written by Joshua Williamson with various artists, including Brandon Peterson. This is the follow-up to Infinite Frontier. I've been saying that I've heard that Infinite Frontier is supposed to be like a 3-story arc thing building up into the next Crisis event or whatever. The first part's Infinite Frontier. The second part is here, Justice League Incarnate. So it's the Justice League Incarnate, that multiverse Justice League. They're trying to solve the mysteries of the multiverse, or the omniverse, we should say. And now Batman, the Flashpoint Batman, Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman, has joined up. You know, in the last issue of Infinite Frontier, I really liked the dynamic between Earth 23 Superman and Flashpoint Batman. So I'm kind of excited for this. You know me, I am a sucker for DC Crisis events, especially when they do like a long build up into it. I just eat that shit up. Dark Knights of Steel is a 12-issue series debuting at some point in the future, maybe November, maybe December. It's written by Tom Taylor with artwork by Yasmin Putri. This is a medieval interpretation of DC Universe characters. It's allegedly a dream project of Tom Taylor. He says as much as he loved doing Deceased, he's not necessarily a horror fan, but he is a big fantasy fan, and he's jumping full on in. The artwork should be cool too. So 12-issue series of Superman, Batman, and other DC Universe characters in the medieval world. Kind of like, what was the Marvel one? Like 1608? Kind of like that, but we'll see. We'll see. It could be cool. Robin and Batman is a 3-issue prestige miniseries starting in November from writer Jeff Lemire and artist Dustin Nguyen. This is going to be focusing in on Dick Grayson's first year as Robin, and he's going to be the main focus, thus the name of the book, Robin and Batman. So that's really cool because Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nguyen, they're just wrapping up Ascender. So what's next? This is next, and this I think that's going to be really freaking cool. I love when they work together. Robins is going to be a 6-issue miniseries debuting in November, written by Tim Seeley with artwork by Valdemar Arribas. This is going to be a book focusing on all the different Robins. We're talking about Stephanie, we're talking about Tim, we're talking about Damian, we're talking about Jason, we're talking about Dick, and of course we're talking about the first Robin. Wait, I thought that was Dick Grayson. No, apparently not. The mystery involving this book is that there is someone claiming that they were in fact the first Robin. Dun, dun, dun. And then we'll see how it goes. But it's written, like I said, by Tim Seeley. Wonder Woman Evolution is an 8-issue miniseries from DC in November, written by Stephanie Phillips with artwork by Mike Hawthorne. This is going to be Wonder Woman put on trial for all of humanity. It sounds very similar to other ideas we've seen in fiction, even recently, like Blue Flame, but I don't know. Stephanie Phillips is a pretty good writer at times. Other times, I think her work can be a little inconsistent, but I'm definitely interested in checking this out. My favorite thing, though, is that Mike Hawthorne's on it, which means I think he's off Daredevil, which would be really exciting for me. Captain America Iron Man is going to be a 5-issue team-up miniseries starting in November from Marvel, written by Derek Landy. I think he did the most recent Falcon and the Winter Soldier book, and then we got Angel Unsuita on the artwork there, so not really super familiar with that team, but whatever, we'll check it out. It's supposed to explore the dynamic between Tony and what's his name? Steve? Tony and Steve, and their history, and it's like a new threat from Hydra, something like that, whatever, right? Blackula is going to be adapted into a graphic novel format by Rodney Barnes and Jason Alexander. This is going to be published by Rodney Barnes' line called Zombie Love Stories. Yeah, Zombie Love Stories. I was like, Zombie Love Stories? It sounds like Bizarro said that. Anyway, Zombie Love Stories. So, Blackula, the film from the 70s, I am a fan of it, so it's going to be really cool. Rodney Barnes making a name for himself with books like Philadelphia, and Jason Alexander doing the artwork. I think we're going to finally get a dark, atmospheric version of it, and that could be really freaking cool. Idris Elba has signed on to do the voice of Knuckles in the Sonic sequel. I still haven't seen that first Sonic movie, but I heard it's actually decent, so maybe one day we'll actually review it, maybe next year for PCP Movie Night or something. Idris Elba, though, I mean, I'll check out anything he's in, pretty much. Y the Last Man, I watched the trailer, they dropped it last week, but Y the Last Man, I've never finished the book. I've only read the first 4 trade paperbacks, so I need to finish that up and then get on board for the show. The show's like really soon, September 13th. The trailer looks great. If you're not familiar, Y the Last Man was a Brian K. Vaughan comic book. Was it Pia Gira, something like that was the artist, and it's about all the males in the world die, except for this one dude named Yorick and his monkey named Ampersand. And it gets pretty crazy. But like I said, I've never really actually finished it, but that trailer looks awesome, so that's pretty cool. Night of the Animated Dead, trailer is out. This is a direct-to-streaming and DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, direct-to-video. Let's just go old school, say. This is a direct-to-video animated adaptation of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. Now, I wasn't that excited for it, because it's just an adaptation. If it was like an Animatrix Gotham Knight type thing, where you had different directors coming in, doing different stories, focusing on different things of the initial night of the outbreak or something, that would be really cool. But this is just a straight up, almost like line by line, shot for shot animated remake, and I'll be honest, the animation looks not good. I did not like this trailer. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. It just seems like an absolute waste of time. I did watch a trailer, though, for Prisoners of the Ghostland. This is a new Nick Cage movie. It seems like, Bill Moseley plays this, southern, like, rich guy who's like somebody, maybe his daughter or something, is kidnapped and taken to this place called the Ghostland or something. So they have to get Nicolas Cage, who's this other prisoner, and he has to go save him. And he's got bombs all over him. It's kind of like a Suicide Squad type thing. And they have to send Nick Cage to go and save, you know, get this person for Bill Moseley's character. The trailer just has all these quotes about people saying this is wild, this is crazy, this, you got to see it to believe it. The trailer didn't really show you much to make it seem like it would be wild and crazy, but it just has all these quotes that promises it. And so, I don't know, it's from the same studio that brought us Mandy and Color Out of Space, which still haven't seen those movies, but they're on my list. Anyway, trailer looked pretty cool. You know, Nick Cage, it's been having a little bit of a career renaissance revival, if you will. So anyway, that's what we got for you. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, tonight, Dylan's Horror Show, 6 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be talking about The Dead Zone, the movie, starring Christopher Walken. Of course, it was directed by David Cronenberg. Very excited for that. Tomorrow night, Rockin Robbie live, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll be talking about all this Substack stuff. I'll be giving a ton of movie reviews. I'll be giving my thoughts, my shots. I'll give my shots and my thoughts on Suicide Squad, on 36 Chambers of Shaolin, and what's the other one? The Green Knight. By the way, if you don't want to wait, just The Green Knight's awesome. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. Anyway, all that and more is coming up. We're on a little bit of a break for PCP Movie Night, but Horror Fest is coming soon. So here is the lineup, just letting you see it one more time. Get ready. Start watching those Hellraiser movies. Anyway, thank you so much for checking out the video. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. You've been great. Thank you so much for the support and everything. We really do appreciate it. So join us over at popculturephilosophers.com. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And keep on living, keep on reading, keep on loving, keep on learning. Station.